2, 1. Ah! I love rewatching the video when I start off doing something crazy like that because I always forget I do it, and I have the volume up loud, and it always scares the living bejeebus out of me the next day. No bueno.
Actually, one of the funniest things is when you are like in another room and all of a sudden you hear something in the background. It sounds like you talking, and then you realize, oh wait, it's your wife listening to your show from like an hour ago. She's just, not watching it live type of thing. And that's actually pretty funny. It's kind of a weird sensation.
Oh, some of the funny stuff. I've fallen asleep editing shows, and like I'll just go back in the bed, and then all of a sudden I'll wake up and the show is playing, and I'm like, what's going on?
What did I do?
Who's talking right now? Why is it Disney?
How much did I have to drink last night?
This is my nightmare.
Are you stuck in your own show?
You just the continuous loop. I just talked about this. Oh man. So thanks everybody for joining. We're just doing our normal sharing. Sharing is caring, so please share the show out. But as we do that, tonight's show is going to be a fun one. We've done it before, where we decide Uncle Danny's Fast Passes. Now this time there's a bit of a plot twist, but we'll wait to tell you more.
Dum dum dum.
This on next week's episode of Behind the Ears Podcast. Will he make it out alive? Does Uncle Danny pick the right Fast Pass?
will Uncle Danny say, why didn't I take the blue pill?
It's just the 24 music in the background.
I was one show I've never seen.
Me and my mom loved that show when it first came out, and it became terrible quickly.
Well, it's kind of funny. I'll go ahead and give everybody a little bit of a plus before we actually start the show part. Now that it's the new fall season for TV programming, we pretty much record everything, and then we just like watch it, and we see if we're going to watch it some more in the future. And there are a couple of programs that were just like, I'll probably like watching this show, but it probably won't last past the first half of the season.
Oh, yeah, I've got a couple of those.
I haven't seen, like, Young Sheldon yet.
Someone just sent that to me on our Instagram account because they know I love it, and I was like, oh, man, this looks awesome.
So I haven't watched that yet. I will probably watch that after the show tonight. But we watched Me, Myself, and I, and we watched The Good Doctor.
Oh, I've been hearing a lot of great things about The Good Doctor. I don't think it's my cup of tea, though.
Think Doogie Howser meets a mellow version of Sheldon Cooper.
Ooh, that's an interesting. That's the same people who made House, right?
I want to say yes. I don't know. I didn't watch too much House either, but that was more of my daughter. I think that was one of the shows she watched. I mean, it was pretty good. But I don't, it's going to be very difficult to produce. Like I liked Bunker, or not what's it called? Pure Genius last year on CBS. That was actually a really good program. Of course, it didn't last. My whole thing is, if I like the show, it's probably not going to last longer than the first half of the season. But yet they keep some real crap out there, and then they canceled some other really good shows. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, let's get going.
Let's get going here. So before we start the show, we always like to thank those sponsors. So we'll start off with Fantastic Memories Travel. Who are they? They are a travel group, and they focus on everything: cruises, Europe trips, want to go see the Grand Canyon, Mount Rushmore. Maybe you would like to go, let's see, something fun. Maybe you want to go see the Jersey Shore. Maybe you want to see Montreal. Maybe you just want to see some corn. We'll send you to Iowa. You'll love it. But say you want to go to Disney, and you want someone who specifically deals with Disney. Well, that's their Mouse Master Travel Group. Those Mouse Master agents, they focus on the Disney destination vacations, and they want to take care of the stressful parts of your vacation planning, like waking up at 2 a.m. to book those stressful ADRs, or hey, maybe booking your fast passes. You can check them out at mousemastertravel.com. While you're there, do not forget to tell them Behind the Ears Podcast sent you, and there's more to come with them later in the future, we promise. Today you saw it from me. Yesterday you saw it from Uncle Chris. People loved it. We got great reviews from it. We absolutely love this product, and that is Trader Sam's Coffee. They are the artisanal roaster of specialty Disney-inspired coffees. Why not brew some of that magic at your home? Some of their coffees include Skipper's Brew, Ghoulish Delight, Enchanted Tiki Coconut, Red-Headed Rum, maybe the Bobsled Fudge Brownie like Uncle Danny tried today. All their coffees are certified gluten and allergen free and feature unique custom artwork by their guest artists, and their artwork is actually awesome. Trader Sam's Coffee offers an adventure in every bag, so start your adventure off today by visiting them at TraderSam'sCoffee.com. But while you're there, let's throw you guys a bone. We're going to save you 25% off your first order. So when
20%.
What'd I say, $20?
25.
20%. Sorry, I'm like all over the board tonight. 20% off your first order. 20. Go to TraderSam'sCoffee.com. Type in EARS20. EARS20 to save 20% off your first order. Brew your happy place. Maybe you're sipping on some Trader Sam's. You're on the phone with Mouse Master Travel. You just need a little more Disney. Go to MickeyMonthly.com. They bring you a surprise box of Disney goodies direct from the Disney parks. Each month, they curate these perfect custom boxes to your family's likings. They have options including Disney trading pens, Main Street snacks, and, of course, authentic Disney park merchandise. Packages start at only a low $7. So cure that withdrawal today by heading over to MickeyMonthly.com, and you know how Behind the Ears Podcast does it. We want to save you guys money. We could save you 35% off your first box by simply using our promo code RADIO35. That's RADIO 35. So you got your Mickey Monthly box. You're getting ready to book your trip with Mouse Master Travel. You got your new cup of Trader Sam's coffee. But you're still just, oh, man, I need that pick-me-up. I got the best spot for you to go. It's called Streaming the Magic. You're watching us live there right now. And for $5 a month, you could become a VIP member, and you get the VIP treatment. And you might say to yourself, Self, what do I get for that VIP treatment? Well, you get exclusive streams only for the VIP members and a special show with us, the Behind the Ears Podcast, once a week, where we take and answer all your calls, all your questions, anything you want, we'll do it for you. And we do them typically every Thursday night. So you a VIP member yet? If not, what are you waiting for? Head on over to Streaming the Magic and become one now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Streaming the Magic proudly brings to you Behind the Ears Podcast. Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another exciting and the first of this week's edition of Behind the Ears Podcast. I am Uncle Danny. The man tapping on the other side of the glass is Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris, how are you?
Well, I've been called worse, but I'm doing pretty good. Doing really good, as a matter of fact. I mean, for, a couple days in a row, I have taken the time to make myself some good coffee. It's just been so good. And, I really wish I could actually have some of that coffee now, but I can't because I'll be up all night. But I get where you're coming from. We'll talk on the side, but I get exactly where you're coming from. I'm sorry. I did not mean to cut you off. No, I'm all good. I really could use some coffee right now. I wonder where we can get some.
Oh man, I don't know. Let's touch on the coffee unveiling. If you haven't seen it, Mr. Chris did his on Monday on the Disney Community Facebook page. I did mine this morning on Streaming the Magic Facebook page. I'll tell you what, great coffee, great product. Proud to be part of their partnership with them and them being sponsors with us. I will say this though, Chris, your coffee takes way too long. I am not that patient. I didn't know what to do in my video. I'm like, all right, Chris did this. I was like, I don't need to do it half of what he just did.
Well, okay, I'll admit, yes, I Today, I really wanted to do a different type of coffee. I was actually going to already have it pre-ground, and I was going to try using one of my K-Cup things where you put your own ground coffee into the K-Cup. And I couldn't find the K-Cup adapter. And I think my daughter has it for hers. So, of course, you know what that means.
You're not getting that back.
I'm not getting that back. Dad's going to have to buy his own or buy another one. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, to tell you the truth, TraderSamsCoffee.com, that stuff was great. I'll be honest with you. I did another cup today and did it the exact same way as I did yesterday. And, the thing, I know it takes a while to do good press pot coffee, but here's the thing. It was consistent, just like yesterday. And I know this seems like a long plug for it right in the beginning, but I just want to say that it was definitely a consistent product, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So EARS20 is a promo code. Give that a shot. So there you go.
So on tonight's episode, we had a nice little plan for you. For most of you who know, if you don't, if you're new to the show, yeah, Lotso is scaring the living bejeebus out of me, by the way. He looks so mean right now. But he is a mean bear, so. But, the show was supposed to be a big surprise in a roundabout way. Everybody, if you're new to the show, welcome. We're Behind the Ears Podcast. Once again, I'm Uncle Danny. That's Mr. Chris. We'd like to do our Fast Passes online. Well, me. And you listeners really seem to enjoy it, and you like to be a part of helping me build this trip. Well, this is my first trip where I'm going with somebody who also is in love with Disney and has their own input. And, we've gone to Disney together before, but it was never, we knew what we were going to do. Last time we were at Disney together, we did the Great Movie Ride. Boom, we knew what we were going to do. Everything else after that was a free-for-all. Well, this is a bit of a longer trip. I'm there from Saturday to Sunday. 3 of the days I'm by myself, doing a little solo action. And so I was going to have Alex on the show tonight. Well, Alex was not able to join us. She was having some internet connections. So let's all say a little prayer, knock on some wood for Uncle Danny, that he doesn't mess up these Fast Passes so I don't get anybody angry at me on the other side of the glass. Well, at home, I guess you could say.
I was going to say, I'm not going to get angry at you. I mean, I'm the one who usually helps you out with your Fast Passes, so why would I get angry?
Everybody wants to know, when am I going? I will arrive in Disney October 28th, I believe. Let me double check that number. October 28th, I arrive, and I depart on November 5th. So I'm there Saturday, Sunday. I'm there a good chunk, and a part of the week I am going to be alone. So we'll start with that. Now, I knew this question was going to come up. I didn't think it was going to come up that quickly. We are doing the Halloween party. I have to purchase the tickets. I've been lazy, but also, thank goodness, this year, Disney has not been selling out their tickets like they normally have. I think that's due to the influx in price. But hey, we're going to talk about that later in this week about Making Sound So Scary. I will be booking them hopefully tomorrow, but I will be going on the 29th. But you'll hear all that. I have not looked at the Fast Pass system. The Fast Pass system was down for me last night. I can take a picture of me yelling on the computer to Chris about the system being down. Before we started, I had to clear my cache because once again, the Fast Pass system was not working. So we finally, looks like we got it up and running. All I've done is just taking notes of what days have the magic hours. I will be on property from, because I know that question will come up. I will be on property from the 29th to the 4th, possibly the 28th. Haven't booked a room yet on the 28th. So let's jump into it. I think that's just going to be the best way to do this. Alex, wish me luck. So I arrive, let's get on the 28th. The Magic Kingdom is open till 12 a.m. and the extra magic hours that day are Animal Kingdom from 8 to 9. I just want to double check that Magic Kingdom, are those extra magic hours, or is the park just open until then? Because that's a big difference. Because that will decide if I stay on property Saturday night or if I do not stay on property Saturday night, excuse me. Oh, yeah, the system wanted to kick me out, eh? Oh, no, we're unable to put this page together right now, so please try again. It's Olaf with his head off. What do you mean?
Oh, man. Dude, you can't really catch a break tonight, can you? But it also kind of goes to show that sometimes you just have to roll with the punches.
Yeah, I know this has been a major issue for people. We've been getting emails and people had to call, get services because for some reason this system has not been wanting to work. It could have been I was on the screen for a little while and timed out because looks like I'm getting back into it as we speak. They make too many buttons, man. Just so simple. All right, the 28th, we are looking at. Okay, so surprisingly, that 12 a.m. has nothing to do with extra magic hours. Magic Kingdom is just open till 12 a.m. that day, which is super, super cool. And just so you guys know, I'm in charge of all this. You see popping up on the screen. If I'm not answering you, please do not get mad if I'm looking at different screens. All right, so here's the problem. I can go Magic Kingdom on the 28th, but that means the 29th I'm in Magic Kingdom back-to-back days because I have the Halloween party at night. But I guess you're really not enjoying Magic Kingdom. What's a different enjoyment?
Well, yeah, I don't think they equal the same if you ask me. I would probably simply say you can do that if you really would like to do that, especially if it's going to be the late park of the day.
Yeah, and I'm more of a, I land at like almost 10 in the morning. Then we got to drive over there. Hopefully the hotel, maybe we get lucky and the hotel's ready. If not, So let's go Magic Kingdom because I like to always, that's just a pet peeve of mine. I like to start the trip off.
And where are you staying again?
Pop.
Okay.
First time staying at Pop. So we'll see.
You're going to like it. I think you're going to like it. I've always enjoyed staying at Pop. I'm not a huge value person. Pop I like. And
that's the only reason why, because I will, another story for another day, won't stay at any of the All-Stars anymore. If that's all you can do, it's still Disney. But I get, I'm excited for Pop. I'm excited for something different.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say All-Star Movies is probably my favorite of the values, but Pop's not bad. I've stayed there about as much as any other value resort. So
now Splash Mountain, that is going to be down while I'm there, I believe.
I believe that you're right. I thought it was coming back up in November. I don't have the list in front of me though.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to come up right when I'm there. Can't wait to hear your input. Oh, on Pop. Yeah. I'm from what I'm seeing, I'm really, really excited about Pop. I'm really praying that somebody at Pop is listening to us right now. Please, if you are, I'd love to try one of the new rooms. I just want to see what one, even if it's for a night. I just want to see what it looks like. Trust me, we have no pull. Please, we have absolutely no pull inside of Disney. So please,
that's funny.
Oh man, I got a surprise for you.
Who, me?
I got a surprise for you. I got a surprise for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Surprise for everybody. Boom. Can you hear us?
Yes.
There you go. Pick your camera up. All right, you're a little laggy, but it's all good. We can hear you, and as long as you can hear us,
I don't know if calling her laggy is very good. If you ask me, last thing you want to say, "Hey, I love you. You're laggy."
It's all out of love.
I'm kidding.
So, for most of you that don't know, that's Alex. Anybody who ever wanted to know who she was, there she is, the lovely Miss Alex. All right, hey, Alex, guys. I've decided that we're going to do Magic Kingdom on the first day.
That's a given. You have to.
Okay. Well,
she agrees.
All right, so Splash Mountain is down. I fly in that day, so I was trying to look for something mid-afternoon just to give us time. Got Big Thunder Mountain at 12:50.
But I have a tip.
Yeah.
Here's something to think about. Your flight's gonna be
probably canceled. And
then wait. Does it take off at 10 o'clock or do you arrive at 10 o'clock?
I arrive. No, I arrive at like 9 something.
Okay, you arrive at 9 something. And I take it, Alex, you're going to meet him probably at the airport, right?
Yep, okay. I'm driving at like 6 in the morning.
Okay. So here's my 2 cents. Your mileage may vary. Taxes not included. Void where prohibited by law. But here's my take. If you don't want to go right to Magic Kingdom because I know what's going to happen. You guys are going to get hungry right around the time. It's going to be lunchtime by the time you actually get to your resort. Enjoy lunch at the resort before you actually go storming over at Magic Kingdom. So allow yourself just like an extra hour over, before you actually go hit the parks.
But yeah, that's why I was trying to look around that noon time, just to be on the safe side, because I don't know, just in case we get hit with traffic, my plane is late. I hate to be, sitting there and trying to reschedule fast passes and it completely throw off the whole day.
Your plane's late. You are such the optimist that it's just late.
It's just late. Oh man. All right, so middle afternoon. Middle afternoon. We could do It's a Small World at 12:50.
Well, you have to write it at least one time. So
yeah, I'm not wasting a fast pass on that. I'm sorry, people. I'll wait until 11 p.m. to go on it. You got Big Thunder Mountain at 12:50, Buzz at 125. We don't need Dumbo. We don't need Enchanted Tales. You really don't even need Haunted Mansion, but that's at 125. Jungle Cruise 12:30. Well,
why don't we do Buzz?
Because technically we can get something before Buzz if we wanted to, because it's 125. I like to bunch fast passes.
You should. Okay.
What do you want to do? I'm
down for Buzz because I know you're gonna want to start in Tomorrowland.
Yeah, but the thing is I don't know if I want to wait till 125. All right, we'll do it. 125. You twisted my arm. Confirm. Continue on the same day. Oh, come on. I got to repick people every time? It's 2017.
Wow. How many people are you picking? It's you. It's Alex. Seriously.
That's 2 clicks. All right. So we have 125, so we can go before it, or we can have to go anytime after 2:30. What was that? Did you hear that?
I heard something weird.
Oh, okay.
Do after. Simple as that. You know what? You got to give yourself a little bit of a buffer, because if nothing else, if everything goes well, you grab yourself some lunch at Pop. You know that you're still going to want to go over to Casey's Go get yourself some Casey's Corn Dog Nuggets when you get there, no matter how much you've already eaten at Pop.
What time did I say it was? 125 we booked it for, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So that would bump. We can't do anything until 2:30. Barnstormer, we don't need that. Once again, Big Thunder Mountain. I don't really. I mean, I'll go on it, but I don't see using a fast pass for that, truthfully. Haunted Mansion 255, Jungle Cruise 240.
Do Jungle Cruise.
Alex, you want to do Jungle Cruise at 240?
Yeah, let's do Jungle Cruise.
The reason why I said it just always seems like Jungle Cruise, especially lately, it doesn't matter. It's always like no less than a 45-minute wait, and sometimes it can just easily hover around that 60-minute mark, if not longer. And I don't understand why.
Yeah. Well, we could do Jungle.
Yeah.
We could do Jungle Cruise, and that leaves us with one more for that day until we get that rolling one. And I believe, if my calculations are correct, I think we can get a 5:30 Mine Train.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wait, that went away. That went away.
No.
That went away. Hold on, I'm clicking back to the afternoon.
That's not fair.
No, maybe they consider it an afternoon. I don't know why they would, but let's see. I went into the evening. Yeah, for some reason, it just lists 5:30 as the afternoon. All right, so I got us the 5:30 Mine Train. Okay, boom. All right, so select a different day. So now we move on to Sunday the 29th, which is our Halloween party. So we're gonna be back at the I want to be I want to be back at the Magic Kingdom by 4. So knowing how long it's gonna take dressing and getting back there, I probably say. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know you're not going to tell us what you guys are going to do, but I'm just laughing at the possibility of what it could be. I'm going to be honest with you. I just, you know.
Oh, this
Uncle Danny takes very long to get ready.
I do. Hey,
I know.
This beard doesn't just, magically just look this good. Oh man. I'm thinking, since we got to be back to the hotel by like 2, you want to do MGM in the morning, since I believe it's a half-day park?
if you do, I'll be honest with you. You can do the same thing that Kathy and I did. Is that if you get there before rope drop, you can easily get some really quick things out of the way. You can go do Toy Story. You can go do a single rider line for Rock and Roller Coaster if you wanted to do that. I know you're not a roller coaster guy. Although
wait. He's gonna ride Rock and Roller Coaster because I'm riding Tower of Terror and I hate Tower of Terror. That's our middle ground.
Your middle ground is to basically say, for each of you, you're going to ride rides that neither of you like for the other person.
That is relationship goals right there.
I think this is going to work out just fine.
I already told her for whatever reason I get stuck on. I am gonna lose my mind. I was like, this is it. This is how it all ends. I'm so deathly afraid of getting stuck on this ride.
Okay, but the thing is, do a fast pass for Tower of Terror. Do the single rider line for Rock and Roller Coaster. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
That works.
Oh, Jessica says Nick and I are buying Casey's. All right.
Oh, fine, Jess. Buy Casey's when they're there.
Oh,
Don't even bother sending me any. Fine.
Oh, that hurts my heart. At the bottom, it says currently unavailable. The great movie ride. And it has
I think that's rude that they still have it there. It's like tease.
Currently unavailable. It might become available one day. That's terrible. All right. So knowing us, we're not gonna.
Maybe it'll be like Stitch.
Oh God. We're not going to wake up early.
Back every time the park's full.
I wish.
We are not going to wake up early. So 11:30 Toy Story Mania sounds wonderful.
As I say, you get there right at rope drop. You could probably not have to wait more than 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, but that requires us waking up after being in the park till midnight.
If not later. Your point is?
Yeah, no. Uncle Dan needs his beauty sleep. What time did I say we got that for?
11 something?
11:30. All right, so we need to click afternoon then.
Yeah, Danny doesn't know, but I'm like the Energizer Bunny.
12:35 Tower and Terror. Perfect. Awesome. I'll just keep booking our fast passes while you guys just jabber along.
Okay, but here's the thing. But wait. What are you gonna do for breakfast first thing in the morning there?
Mickey Waffles.
Mickey Waffles over a pot.
I don't eat breakfast, so whatever she wants, we go get.
Okay, so what about lunch though? Because eventually you're gonna have to do lunch over at Studios.
I don't know, Chris. We're doing fast passes, not food right now. Jeez, stop putting things on my plate. No pun intended.
I see what you did there. Well, I think dining and fast pass planning go hand in hand with one another.
Oh man, I'm getting shade put on me on this thing. Let's see. All right, so we got 12. I'm just completely ignoring what just happened there. 1:35. All right, so we have one more fast pass. What do you want to do? We got Voyage of Little Mermaid at 4:05. Star Tours we could do at 3:40. Muppets Vision 3D at 3:35. Indiana Jones at 4:15. That's not going to work. Yeah. We could technically roll that fast pass. Oh no, you still not, you can't do that anymore, right?
What? Can
I roll that third fast pass over to
no
Magic Kingdom? Can't do that anymore, right?
No, so basically you have to use it or lose it. Which if you think about it, that's one of those things where if you think you're only going to use 2 out of the 3 and you know you're not going to get there until later, then pick a throwaway before you get there.
Just do an early morning throwaway.
That's my 2 cents. I mean, I see where you're going with that, and I know. I joke around, but I know you're not necessarily an early riser type of thing, especially after being out at Magic Kingdom really late last night. And it makes sense. I mean, you're planning it. You're figuring it out. But do a throwaway if you don't think you're going to use it.
That's not a bad idea, because then I guess you could roll it. I guess you could technically then use that moving forth when we get to Magic Kingdom between 4 and 7.
Yes, and that is what you can do at that time. Is once you're done with that third one, then even before you leave the park, you can start scanning My Disney Experience to see what's available at the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, because we would technically have that 3-hour window to go on rides before the actual show starts.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget, they do try to shove you into Tomorrowland a little bit before closing.
Yeah, I mean, that's my happy place, so I'm completely content with being
yeah, it's not like that's really I know that's not a punishment for you. I mean,
and listen, I plan on I've got my Disney coffee while I'm there.
Well, between that and Alex told me on the side that she wants to ride Speedway with you.
You said what? The who? Yeah, that ain't happening. Way to blow that cover.
No, but we should write Peter Pan.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
It's been years.
Sure. I mean, I'll do Speedway because I am really afraid that it isn't going. It is going away. So, all right. So, if we want to just throw one out just for giggles,
it's kind of weird that you would actually, plan to do a throwaway fast pass of all things. I mean, I'm not. Oh, by the way, that's not a criticism. I'm just saying it's like, yeah, this is, in order to do what you want to do, sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah, it stinks. I wish I could have I wish that we can go back to the date. Oh no, Fast Pass doesn't seem to be working again. I wish we could just go back to the days where you had the print on ones, just because I could have given it away to somebody. But now with MGM being a tier system, I'm not really giving away anybody something that somebody can't get. That's how you got to look at it, and that's the crazy part. What am I going to give them away? Little Mermaid, they can go get that. Little Mermaid's not selling out of fast passes. That's just not going to happen. I mean, if it does, that's an odd day. But that would show you how this, low the attendance would be at MGM. I'm just babbling if you haven't caught on yet, because I'm trying to reload the page.
You're covering for the fact that My Disney Experience is experiencing difficulties
continuously. All right, back to the 29th. All right, Disney's Magic MGM, blah, blah, blah. All right, you know what? We'll do Disney Junior live on stage, 9:20. Boom. Confirmed.
There you go. What people can't see on the podcast was the look on Alex's face, like, what?
Okay, so let's move on to the 30th, which is that Monday. Do remember we will be in the parks late that Sunday because it is
Halloween party.
The only thing available on the 30th looks like Magic Kingdom's open till 11 p.m. again. Extra magic hours.
Well, that means that you'd be at Magic Kingdom almost 3 times in 3 days.
And I'm not. And I plan on being in Magic Kingdom a lot when she's not with me.
So, dude, now's the time to go see if you can get yourself a Flight of Passage.
Yeah, you okay with Alex? Alex? If she's saying something I can't see.
No, she's not. She's thinking.
No, I think she's frozen.
I would do Epcot on Monday. Hello?
Yeah.
You guys can't hear me?
Not well.
Okay, so she was saying she wants to do Epcot on Monday. So that is perfectly fine. We can back out, go back to the 30th. And we will choose Epcot. Oh, man, we're going to have to do that Frozen, aren't we? But then we have Illuminations. That's a touch. But we don't need it for Illuminations. We learned that. We don't need it for Illuminations. And sometimes you get lucky and you can get it later like we did. Is there anything in particular you want to ride, Alex, at Epcot?
Test Track? Oh, we have to do Frozen. You've never done Frozen.
Yeah, that's at 6. The earliest I have is at 6:10.
Here's the deal. Do Frozen. Okay. Test Track to a single rider. And wait for Soarin'.
Ooh.
You could do from rope. Well, okay, I know. You really can't do the rope drop. I think of the rope drop even after a late night. I know it's not really feasible for you, but Monday, Alex, I think actually has a a good point, though. Monday it's going to probably, especially the day after a Halloween party, there's going to probably be a lot of people that are not coming in, coming into the parks early.
Yeah, so that was at 6:10 at night. The only options we have left for the rest of the day would be the Disney and Pixar short film Journey into Imagination with Figment, Living with the Land, Meet Disney Pals and Epcot Character Spot, Mission Space, which I will not do, The Seas with Nemo and Friends, Spaceship Earth, and Turtle Talk with Crush. So literally everything on there, we don't need a fast pass for. So
no, you don't.
It's just you tell me what you want to do.
I mean, most of those. I mean, the only one that you would probably need it for would be Mission Space, and you're not going to do it.
Yeah, and I'm not. Yeah, and I won't do that. Right? I mean, if she wants to go on, I will gladly get the fast pass for her, and I will walk with her to the front of the line and then walk away. I mean, I know she's a little frozen, so. This is the tough part. She doesn't have very good internet down there right now after the storm. So I'll make the decisions for us. We will do Living with the Land at 9:50 in the morning. And that line can get long for Living with the Land.
It can, but it's usually not too bad. I mean, a lot of times it'll say a half an hour, and you'll wait 15 minutes.
Yeah. I guess let's do Spaceship Earth. Ooh, I should have done Spaceship Earth first since we walk in the park. Ooh, that was a bad move, Danny. That's a rookie mistake. Let's see if I can click the 10:30.
The funny part about Spaceship Earth is that its line queue varies greatly throughout the day. I mean, you can walk past there and there'll be a 60-minute wait, and then like 2 hours later, you'll go by and it'll be like minus 3-minute wait.
We'll pay you to come on this ride.
It's like before you get to the actual beginning of the line, you've already done it.
I was able to remove the fast pass, so that works out well. So we can reevaluate the situation. So we're going back to the 30th at Epcot.
Yeah, because you have to go thank the Phoenicians first.
Yes, you do.
Would you want a park hop or no?
Yeah, but we still have to figure out the fast passes because we can't intertwine them with two parks. So,
well, I was thinking, what if we do?
Uh-oh.
I don't know if she's talking.
No, she's not talking. She's thinking, but she's got that look on her face.
This is a live podcast. There is no time for thinking. We do things on the fly. All right. Let's I guess let's do, I don't know if you want to do a 9:25 Spaceship Earth or a 10:30. What's more? We'll do 9:25. We'll make sure we get up. And if we miss it, oh, you can't. You gotta.
I'm thinking for you, not for me.
All right, well, we're sticking with 9:25, and I can always move it. It's literally Spaceship Earth. It's not the end of the world.
I'm just gonna sit here and just laugh.
We'll do the 10:55 Living with the Land, and then that is done for the day. So let's move on to the next thing.
Living with the Land for you and me.
Oh, I can't wait. You're right over there, Chris?
I was just singing, kind of singing the old Living with the Land theme song.
Oh man, what was it? What is this? I will be on. Oh, Teresa's gonna be an extra on there. All right, well, come check it out. I'm not gonna get a fast pass for it, but because that's one of those rides, those attractions, it's not really needed for it. But we could definitely still come and check you out. Let's see, Frozen or Soarin'. I mean, normally I would say Soarin', but we don't need it because I really want to try and do Frozen for the first time. Gordon wants to know fast pass for Illuminations, but why? It's a nice little area. It's a little more secluded. We enjoyed it, but I wouldn't do it if it was my only option. It ties you up for the rest of the day. Yeah, you don't need a fast pass for many of them. Are you doing a tour? We have not discussed that yet.
I'll tell you what, a quick tour that's actually inexpensive but a lot of fun, and that's the Behind the Seeds tour.
Oh, I think it's like $30. Gordon says, make sure you do the Mexico boat ride before it's changed to Coco. Yeah, that's true. Soarin' after dark is usually a walk-on. Okay. You can do Mission Space, Alex. People want you to do Mission Space. All right, so let's move on over to Halloween Day. What do you think for Halloween Day? I guess Animal Kingdom, the only park we haven't done yet. All right, we'll take that as a yes. We're going to go Animal Kingdom.
She's frozen.
Yeah, she is frozen.
We have got some really bad internet connections today, folks.
Let's see. All right, there are Flight of Passages still available.
Oh, well, simple as that. Flight of Passage.
I think there's extra magic hours, though.
It doesn't matter.
I just want to see what they are. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. in Animal Kingdom. First available Flight of Passage would be $325. I will snag that just to have it in our back pockets. Let's see. So we got other stuff during the day. I am a big fan of doing the safari late morning before it really starts to get super, super hot.
Yeah,
I know you don't need a fast pass for it, though.
No. I don't think you really do, in my opinion. But anytime before like 11 is really good for it. You know, I mean, it's because like it was said, after 11 it starts getting really hot. You don't want to be on that ride right after you eat lunch.
And the earliest available is 12:40.
Yeah, you don't really need it.
No, I will just honestly just walk in the park and go straight to that, and it should be a pretty quick ride. I'm not gonna do the Rivers of Light because that kind of ties the day up.
Yeah.
Rivers
of Light is one of those things where if you can get it as your bonus one, that's what you do.
Yeah, if you're like strolling to the park at 5 o'clock and you're like, oh wow, look at that. Yeah, snag it. All right, I'm thinking I want to start the day off with a thrill. So I'm going to say 9:30 a.m. is Expedition Everest. I think that's solid.
That's for a fast pass?
Yeah.
I think that'll be a good way to start the morning. I really do. And, to be very honest, you do that. Heck, you do that and you do it, or even if you get there early.
Yeah, you could even
do a single rider later again.
We can actually, that ride moves pretty quick. I have a tendency, last time I was there in June with you, I think in the entire week I was there, I rode it 7 times. And then when I was there in March with my buddy, we rode it 13 times. That's a big go-to ride for me. Really enjoy it.
Same here.
But I'm a bigger fan of it at night, though.
Yeah, I mean, it really is something special at night.
Yeah, it's just different.
Make sure the one thing though, you're talking about Rivers of Light and everything else. Take time to see, the awakenings on the Tree of Life afterwards. Stay there for all 4 seasons.
Yeah, that's true.
I will say it was really, really good.
John wants to know, do you think it'll be hot? End of October. The end of October is very, very iffy. I've been there where it's sweat, pants and sweatshirt weather, and I've been there where it's 90 degrees and I'm going in the pool. So October's very fickle. You never really know how it's going to happen.
And you got to have your poncho.
Yes, and I have and I actually have one for Alex pre-packed in my bag, ready to go. I also have, here's a tidbit. Rivers of Light does 2 shows. Once that first show starts, you guys can get on Rivers of Light. You guys can get on Everest like 5 or 6 times during that show with less than a 5-minute wait every time. Because everybody's in Rivers of Light. And now with Pandora open, oh, forget about it. You're fine. You're good. You can be on Everest all day. All right, Alex. So I got us a 325.
She's not there, dude. Oh, now she's back. She's there. She's putting her ears back in. Oh, there she goes.
I got us a 325 Flight of Passage. And a 9:30 a.m. Expedition Everest. I wanted to get us a late middle. What? Okay, this isn't working. So I know you could hear us down there. I wanted to get us a Safari for late morning, but the Safari wasn't available. So we have one available left, and we're going to try to hit Safari early in the morning. So I'm going to say we could do Cali River. We can do Dinosaur.
Do Dinosaur.
Yeah, because you don't know what the weather is going to be like.
But that's not just it. If you're going to also do Cali River Rapids, you better take a change of clothes because you could very well be that guy.
But you call me fat and I weigh down the boat. I see how it is.
I did not say that.
You're implying that.
Hey, how do you think I feel? Everybody wants to sit next to the big guy because it's the big guy that gets soaked. Who's usually the big guy? This guy. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. I went with some friends and like my son, my daughter, both of their kids. They all wanted to be surrounded by me to improve their chances of getting drenched. And guess what? They all did.
All right, so let's do Dinosaur. And can we do 1040 on that? Can we? Yes, we can. Okay. So those are the fast passes we have. So, we'll do a quick recap in a little bit. But that moves us to the first day of November 1st, that Wednesday.
Wow.
This is Alex's last day for a few days with me. So, Alex, where would you like to end? I'm assuming she's going to want to end because Magic Kingdom, and it closes early that day, and she's got to drive home anyway that day. So let's assume that we're going to do Rope Drop that day because I think we could do a rope drop that day. So we do rope drop, boom, we get in the park. We're going right to Buzz Lightyear. We've already fast passed it once. We don't need to fast pass it again. Something early, we've already fast passed Jungle Cruise. We're good with that. Is there anything that we could
you gotta do People Mover.
I won't fast pass that though.
No, there is no fast pass for it. But I'm just saying, don't forget.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't forget, do People Mover after a buzz. That way you can. They won't let you take drinks or anything, will they? Well, maybe they will. I can't remember. No.
I don't know why November 1st is so busy, but there is not one Seven Dwarfs Mine Train available for that day. So I'm glad I got us the fast pass when we did. Well, you know what? This is what I'll do. If we do rope drop that day, we're going to be at Buzz Lightyear. So why don't we snag the 905 Space Mountain? We're right there. Might as well, right? No! It's not working again.
Oh.
Sorry, that was a bit dramatic. I get a little frustrated when this site doesn't want to work. All right. So we have a nice little list so far, though. While I get this back up and running, when she leaves, that's when you're going to see a majority of the films coming out. I'll be alone for the 2nd and the 3rd. That's when you're going to see a lot of the live streams and all that stuff going on when I have a little more time. So, be patient. We'll get some stuff out there for you guys, but, how do you feel about the fast passes so far, Chris?
I think you actually got a pretty good plan in place. Yeah, sure. I know we're joking around a little bit about me commenting about places and things to do and eat and stuff like that in between fast passes because, let's face it, you're going to have to do that anyway. And what better way to kill off a bunch of time in between fast passes than to get yourself something to eat or have a snack or a Mickey Premium ice cream bar or an adult beverage or, you name it. That would probably be something that, once you have a little bit better connectivity here, you and Alex can kind of figure out what kind of things you'd like to try. I know that one thing I would like for you to try is when you go over to studios, and you don't have to do this, of course, but earlier in a conversation over at the Disney Community Facebook page, we had a conversation going on that we're talking about different food over there, over at studios, and about how the ABC commissary has actually gotten really good. Be able to get like a steak and other things like that, things that you would not normally associate with, counter service food. if you see anything that would actually, like, I don't know, appeal to you, I'd like for you to actually, that's my request, is for you to give it a try and see what you happen to say.
What am I trying now?
ABC Commissary.
Oh.
Or as my wife and I always, for a long time, used to call it the ABC Commissionary, because we were kind of making up letters and putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. It was really pretty funny. I guess you just had to be there. So, you know, those are things that you have to try, because there's not a lot of really awesome stuff unless you want to get a table service for like Hollywood and Vine. Not Hollywood and Vine. The Brown Derby. The Brown Derby. Excuse me.
If we have time, it's not going to obviously be tonight. Me and Chris need to figure out our schedule. That might be another show. I will tell you this: it is very slim pickings out there, and I can't reveal a lot because she's currently sitting right there. You all can see her; she can hear me. I've been trying to make plans for dates and everything, and she knows everything that goes on, so it's been a bit tricky. And a lot of things are not available.
Are you trying to surprise her with something?
I've been trying to surprise her with several things, and they have not been working out. And you also got to remember that Wednesday, when we have that huge gap in the afternoon on or Tuesday, whatever day it is, when we're in Epcot, we're also there doing Food and Wine Festival. So we're going to want to eat a bunch of stuff. We're going to want to drink. So it's all great and dandy. We're making these fast passes. I'll bet you dollars to donuts that half these fast passes do not stay the way they are, because we're going to end up in Epcot way more than we think we are.
I can see this. So we have a choice between getting this dish and enjoying it, or going to Spaceship Earth. Well, I don't think there's a guess there. We're going to enjoy Food and Wine.
Yeah, like, you know, that's the thing. That's the tough part of, you know, I really did dabble on the idea of getting us a possible food plan until I, Dum knocked on my head and was like, hey, wait a minute. Can't do that. That'd be pointless because it's Food and Wine Festival. So, maybe we'll do the food tomorrow. Maybe we'll try to plan it out a little bit. I have no ADRs once again. Mr. Chris will not be showing up. No.
No, I don't have any. I don't have vacation time. I don't have a place to stay. I don't have money. Starting a new job. It's like,
If you guys see that I'm accidentally skipping over your comments, it is not by accident. I'm doing it on purpose, because some of you are giving away my master plan, so I cannot throw it up there. So, while in the meantime of losing all this, I was not able to secure that fast pass, so we're going to have to go with the 9:40 in the morning Space Mountain instead. That park does open at 8 a.m. So there's a good chance that we can ride Space Mountain twice before 10 a.m. That's not a bad day in my book.
Deal.
But what time did I say that was? 9:40. So basically 10:50 is the next available fast pass. Oh man, there is nothing I want to do at 10:50. I guess, do you want to get the 11:45 Pirates? I mean, Peter Pan. I guess it's good to have it, right? Sure.
She's frozen. I think you should.
All right, I'm gonna snag the 11:45 because I know me and her talked about just running into the park and doing that, but I told her that as much as it's a great idea, if I don't start my morning off inside of Tomorrowland with Joffrey's coffee and a donut, I'm gonna be a little cranky.
Not just Joffrey's donut, Joffrey's donut and a coffee. Joffrey's donut. I did it again. Anyway, those are huge donuts. Just go for the donut
and the coffee.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought, I don't want. Who just eats a donut without a beverage? I'm just saying. All right, so let's do a 145 Haunted Mansion, because I want to get her butt on the road early. She does have a few hour drive back to Miami, so I'd like to get her back to home safe that day. So this is where it gets fun. And Alex, she's gone. That's fine, no problem. Here comes Thursday the 2nd, baby, when Uncle Danny's by himself, and I am going back to Epcot because who doesn't want to view Wine and Food Festival? Wow, there's a 1:30 Frozen Ever After.
Oh.
Wow. Wow, that's a good one sitting there. Let's see. I'm going to snag. What do I want to do? Do I want to do test? Well, no, I could do single rider line at Test Track. I did it last time, so that's not worth it. So I'm going to snag the 1010 Soren by myself.
1010. Okay, that would actually that would work out well.
You know what the funny thing is? She's linked to the room, and we both have APs. So she's technically getting fast passes.
Well, you don't have to add her.
Whatever. I'm gonna do it anyway,
just in case she wants to stay an extra day.
Yeah, I really wish she would, but she can't.
I know.
I really, at the end of the day, that's it for me for doing stuff. So I'm gonna do the two things that I want to really get done, and that's the Disney Pixar Short Film Festival and Journey into Imagination with Figment. Yes, I know you don't need fast passes for it, but hey, it is what it is. Let me see if can I snag the 950. No, I can't do that.
Yeah, you don't need it for them, but if you want to go ahead and waste it, so to speak.
Yeah, I have to.
So if you want to go somewhere else, you could actually do something.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the 210 Journey into Figment, Imagination of Figment, and then I'll grab I think I saw a 345. Or was it? I know there was a 345 on there somewhere. Where'd it go? 345 Pixar short film. So I'll just snag them up. We're good to go. And all right. I'm going to leave it up to all of you where I go. Friday, I am by myself for 3/4 of that day. So you guys tell me where you want me to go. Chris, do you have any suggestions?
I really, you know what? I have suggestions. However, I would love to see our viewers really pick up, I'll say the slack, so to speak. I want them to tell you where to go. That didn't come out right. I think it would be really funny to, have you get driven by our listeners today.
All right, so this is what I'll do. I'll leave that open. We'll leave that open-ended.
Here's what you do. You do a poll over at the Disney Community Facebook page, and you do it like, on this day, where should Danny go?
Fair enough. I'm going to go back to Epcot on Saturday with me and Alex. We could do we can do Wine and Food Festival one more time together. And I guess this time for giggles, we'll do 920 Test Track. And then once again, they're just going to be malarkey picks. Because, we don't really need any of this. So let's do the meetup with Mickey and Pals at 11:10, just in case we want to get some cool autographs.
I think you should get pictures anyway.
Oh yeah. I've
seriously.
I've never done that. I've never done the meetup with Mickey Pals. So that would be something good.
There you go. Then that's something you need to do. Even if you just get a couple quick pics with the memory maker. Yeah.
And then we're gonna do Turtle Talk with Crush because I love that.
Oh my gosh.
It's so
absolutely.
Funny. Oh man.
Sweet dude.
And you got to remember, I'll be bouncing around, but Sunday's my last day there. It's tough because what?
I was gonna say, you got an evening flight.
I have an evening flight, but I don't know if we're necessarily going to be on Disney property this day. We might go see some family in the area. We might go to the Character Warehouse. But I like to end my trip where I started it. The only thing is I'm realizing I've only done one day of MGM and one day of Animal Kingdom. And I've done like 3 days of Magic Kingdom, 2 days of Epcot. But I'm going to stick with Magic Kingdom because at the end of the day, that's where I want to be. Well, now it's telling me that we met our Fast Pass allotment. These guests have reached their maximum Fast Pass allotment. How? Oh, because we're checked out.
Ding, 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 ding.
And we're not technically 30 days out.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, we're technically checked out by then.
So you'll have to hold this
Do it on
off
the
for just a
fly.
little bit.
Yeah, we'll just do it on the fly. So
Either that, or, I mean, wait until you're 30 days out and then just do it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like there's a good chance we might not even end up in the park that day. So,
I mean, you may end up just going over to Disney Springs or something like that, you know.
yeah, I mean, Jessica's going to be down there while we're there. So I'm sure she's going to want to hang out, which, how that goes. Things get geared to certain parks. Something might come up in a park that we don't know is about to come up, and we'll head on over there. While I'm streaming, someone, I'm a big resort person too, so there's a very good chance that, we get dragged from a park. Making fast passes is great, and if you're one of those people where you like the structure and you want to follow that fast pass to the T, all great and dandy. I'm more, hey, let's make it so we at least have structure, but then usually when I get there, structure goes out the window, and it's like, let's go.
That's funny.
I would have. Hey, you joke about PhilharMagic. I enjoy PhilharMagic.
I love PhilharMagic. One year, actually, it was one of the year. I think it was the first year that they came out. I think I saw that 3 times, within 2 days, and I absolutely love PhilharMagic. I mean, I know that they need to refresh it a little bit so you can actually smell more of the smells and stuff like that, in my opinion. But I love PhilharMagic.
I am super excited at the, for the things that we were able to get done.
Sure.
I think there's a little bit of room for improvement. I think there's a little bit of room for tidiness. Once again, this is my first time booking for somebody that doesn't, has an actual opinion when it comes to Disney, so that's tough.
Has an actual opinion.
And I want to make sure she has a good time, And at the same time, I want to make sure, I do a lot for the business. I know a lot of people want to see the 4 parks in one day. Listen, it's going to be easy for me to move through 4 parks in one day. We also had a challenge that me and her set up for each other.
What's that?
And I don't know if it's going to go through because there's some logistical things we need to work out. And we want to see in the amount of time of when we're in Disney, if we can ride every attraction that Disney has to offer. Excluding Mission Space because I won't do it. It's just that simple. So I will fail at it. She technically would succeed.
Okay. You're going to try to do that in one day or during your entire trip?
During the entire trip, you have to ride everything once. From every park, all 4. That'd be tougher than you think.
Oh, no. I'm saying to myself, it's not just that it's tougher than you think. I think right now that you have some of the shortest operating hours of the season, so to speak, it's almost impossible. Not impossible. To steal a line from Timekeeper. It's not impossible. It's just highly improbable.
Yeah. Hey, look. All right. So this is another reason why my fast passes always go out of the window because everyone wants to hang out. Rwanda will be there October 31st till November 13th. Wow, you got a nice little trip there.
Wow, that's awesome. 2 weeks.
Nice
Woohoo!
Awesome. I will be there overlapping you. I am there from the 28th to the 5th. So, we'll get together. We'll take some pictures. We're going to do some we will be doing giveaways while in the park. And now the cool feature is I don't have to technically miss a show. I technically probably still will, but there's an opportunity where I might not have to miss it.
We've got some things planned. Some of you actually saw some of our little tests, and we might do a few other tests before that, just so that we can continue our shows. They might be a little bit shorter, but they're gonna be fun.
Yeah, and just remember, I will ride It's a Small World one time while we were there. I made the deal. Every $1,000 we raised, I would ride It's a Small World. So you get one shot at it. And Alex said she will record it. That is a ride you cannot go live on due to copyright infringement with their songs. So we'll take pictures and we'll do short stuff.
And you can't get around it because it's the song the entire time.
Mm-hmm. And technically, there's loopholes to it, and I've tried doing the loopholes, and it still doesn't work. I'm sorry that we are frozen, but I'm not unfrozen until November 3rd. So smooth. All right, this was a tough episode, man. This was a tough one. This was not as smooth as I anticipated.
No, but at the same time, you've got a little bit of technical difficulties. You've got, you've got to try to keep what Alex wants in mind. You've got to try to work around what's available. And these are the things that come around every time you try to plan something.
Yeah.
And, you're planning them a little bit late. You're at almost 30 days rather than 60, but that's because you planned everything else a little bit late, and that's okay. But it also to tell you the truth, Danny, it also shows that at this time of the year, you can still plan a really good trip somewhat last minute.
I'm the king of this. I know people are this is how I do Disney. The only time I book far out is when my family's involved and there's kids and things like that.
Yeah, you've done a really good job with this, and you got a good room at a really good rate over at one probably what people consider to be the best value outside of Art of Animation. Hey, you got a flight of passage fast pass.
I could have multiple and a Frozen.
The thing of it is that
train.
Let's face it, there are some people that up to last week, and I know they just released a whole bunch of whole bunch of Flight of Passage fast passes, and I got to thank Brian for being one of the first people over at the community page to kind of give that a shout out. The fact of the matter is that you've got fast passes now for like many of the major hitters that you want to see, and you and Alex want to see. This can be done. Last minute trips still can be done, and I think this is an example of it. Now, obviously, from this point forward, it becomes harder and harder and harder to get those fast passes. But I still consider a 30-day lead time trip to be very much last minute. But that's just me.
Yeah. The fast passes, this is what I'll tell people who maybe lean a little more towards me, who are a little more flexible and being able to kind of, just make these last minute trips longer than what they were. Fast passes usually tend to be pretty easy the smaller the party, and if you're a little more willing to bend on hours, like I said, okay, I can't get the safari in the morning. Well, I know is now I need to get in that park in the morning and walk right to the safari. You also got to know your parks. You got to know what you want to ride, what times you like to ride them, spacing it out with food and things like that. I will say this, fast passes, 60-40, they usually go in my favor. You can get the good fast passes for smaller parties. ADRs, advanced dining reservations, this close, forget about it.
Which is also probably one of the main reasons why if you're booking a last minute trip, forget about doing a dining package.
It's not worth it. Unless you don't mind eating wherever you want. If you're a quick service person only, and you want, if you don't mind some of the not the top popular restaurants, yeah, you could do it. But if you're looking for, Cinderella's Royal Table or anything along, stop.
Well, even then, even if you're going to do just, the counter service, quick dining, the quick service dining plan, I still don't think it's usually a break even if that. But, that's just me. That's how I do it. It is what it is.
Yeah, everybody books it their own way. For some of the people, I will say this, for some of the people that, download our shows and don't watch us live, if you've met me and Chris and you're locals and you're in the park, don't be afraid to come up to us. We'll hang out, we'll take some pictures, and, don't be offended if I'm like, hey, listen, take a quick picture, we'll talk for a few minutes and we got to go. Like, we're going to do things a little quicker. We can't always just sit around, but, if you really want to see me and have a conversation with me and, spend a little time with me, those 2 days that I'm by myself, those are the days I ask you guys to do that. When I'm with Alex, you want to come say hi, she's cool with it. We could do that. But if you really want to, pick my brain or talk my ear off, or you just want a friend to walk around the park with, that Thursday, Friday, I'm all game. I got nothing going on. I'm the type of person, I pop my headphones in and I walk Disney. I have a blast, and you would never know. I love it, but I have no problem hanging out with anybody. But try to be courteous, but I do appreciate it.
I am going to tell people right now that I do not have my next trip planned. I do know that it will be sometime in the summer months.
He's not lying, though. I promise.
I'm not lying. I do not have another trip planned until next summer, and I don't even have my reservations or anything else. I will tell you this. I may bend some of my rules for my next vacation, but I'm still not going to I'm still not going to necessarily publicly announce when I'm going, but I may have something in store for those people that find me. It's one of those things. And but I'm kind of figuring out what it is. I still got plenty of time. As I said, it will be in the summer months. It'll be after school. That's out, and before school goes back in. There, I give you a 3-month window. So we'll figure it out. I think it'll be kind of fun. Do I wish I can have another trip right now? Oh gosh, yeah, I really do. You know what? I would love to go down during Christmas, just to not even go to the parks, just to hang out at the resorts.
Yeah,
that's what I would like to do.
And just remember, I don't know why this popped in my head, but I was just thinking about it. Don't be shy or afraid to come say hi. We have a couple people message us on the side or said on the show, I saw you and I just got nervous. Listen, and this is gonna sound bad for someone in my position, but I'm nobody. Like, don't be afraid to come say hi to me. I swear I might look intimidating. I'm a giant teddy bear. I promise you.
Yeah. Even when people sent me messages saying, "Hey, I think are you here?" Just yell out, "Yo, Mr. Chris!" I guarantee I'll turn around.
I am. So listen. I've had cast members do it to me. So.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was awesome.
And second of all, we're going to be trying to put together our first meet. This was the original weekend that we were trying to do the meet. But Halloween's tough for people to kind of get away. So we decided to do our first official meet is going to be Princess Marathon weekend. We'll release the dates. Unfortunately, we don't have block rooms. We missed that boat already. Because we don't really know how to gauge this. We've never actually done an official meetup. So, but we know a lot of people are going to be down there. So we're going to do some cool stuff. I will say me and Alex are in the works of already planning some cool games for us to do as groups and interactive. And once we get a more solid head count and whatnot, but just something to look forward to. Later in this week, we'll probably talk a little bit restaurants, if I can get any ADRs or if I can convince Alex to just not listen to the show and watch it. Maybe we can plan a couple of my nights with her. I have a few tricks up my sleeve. I think there's a way I can block her so she can't see it. I'm pretty sure there's a way I can do that.
Good luck at that.
And, I'm sure there will some news will be popping. I do want to talk about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party this week. Some of the issues going on. I guess we could talk about Disney Fast Pass issues that were going on since we saw them live on the air. Chris, you have anything else you'd like to add to tonight's show?
I don't. I always find it kind of humorous watching somebody else do this because it's like, for me, it's an entirely different type of process. I mean, my wife is usually the one at the keyboard. I'm usually there. We're talking about it. I'm usually pacing back and forth, thinking and hoping that, we get what we want. And I'm like, oh gosh, please let us get these fast passes. Let's get these ADRs, different types of things. And then after we get everything we need, we reminisce about the times where, like, to get Cinderella's Royal Table for, like, my daughter for her birthday one year, we had 4 phones going at the same time, dialing. I had my office line, I had my house line, and we had both our cell phones going, all to get ADRs, and now it's done through an app. So it's just really funny how Disney has changed over the past 15 plus years.
Do you remember going to the kiosk to get the little tickets?
For what? For Fast Pass?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
This was the good old days, the golden days.
I mean,
everybody's running to them and trying to.
Well, the funny part about it is, we talk about it like it's been a decade ago, and it's not like that long ago.
It just seems that long. Think about it.
Yeah.
In a couple years, we're going to turn around and be like, remember those Magic Bands when they first came out?
Yeah, now they just scan your hand in the chip that's embedded forever and ever. I'm just kidding. Actually, to me, that would be like, here, just do it. I don't have to pack. I mean, it would be cool. It would actually really be cool if they could just do it with biometrics.
Something off of your fingerprint.
Well, the thing is, biometrics is not fingerprint. It's other things that are based. They don't do fingerprints. And people think that when you do finger scan and stuff like that, it's fingerprints, but it's not. It's biometrics and an entirely different way of doing things. I just think it would be cool that one day you just, you do it through biometrics and maybe a pin, you know, was one of those things. I mean,
I kind of remember my hotel pin. That was rough today. Couldn't figure that one out.
You know what? For me, it's always usually one of two pins, and I'm like, if I could always remember it. But no, I don't. I was gonna say I don't have anything else, but I said a lot for not having anything else. But no, I always enjoy hearing what you got to say about this. And too bad we didn't hear more from Alex. But you know what? The internet's been really flaky today, but we'll just have to deal with it the next time.
Yeah. When are they going to have magic rings? That would be so much cooler.
You know what? It's like, woo, superpower connect.
The Power Rangers.
The Power Rangers. Go.
All right.
No, I was going to say go Gadget. Go Gadget Magic Fan. So,
don't forget, you can still buy pins. Those are on the. You know what? Here's the best way to do it. Type in behindtheearspodcast.net, not .org, not .com, not .gov. It's behindtheearspodcast.net. That has all our shirts, all our pins. Just we're not going to kill you guys with it. Just let you know, though, one quick tidbit about that is the Great Movie Ride shirt that all the proceeds went to Give Kids the World. You have only a few days left as it closes. Technically, October 1st, it will be off the market. So just want to give you guys a heads up. But besides that, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. Facebook is Behind the Ears Podcast, Instagram, Behind the Ears Podcast, and Twitter, Behind the Ears PC. Any listener questions, comments, or concerns, please send them to behindtheearspodcast@gmail.com. If you'd like to buy any of the Behind the Ears Podcast merchandise, please head over to behindtheearspodcast.net. Please rate and review the show on iTunes. And lastly, from me, do not forget to join the Facebook group called the Disney Community. So much fun. What a blast. Head on over. Oh, I'm Uncle Danny. I'm signing off. Been a long time. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, Chris. I forgot to. I can't believe. I don't know if I should even. Whatever, I'm going to do it. So.
Well, you've already interrupted me.
We've released Behind the Ears Podcast logo wear today. Forgot to tell all of you about this, by the way. We got shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops, buttons, phone cases, onesies for babies. They're adorable. Cups, mugs, travel tumblers. We got it all. Just go on the Facebook. Go on the site, behindtheearspodcast.net. I'm good. I'll talk to you tomorrow about it. Bye.
I'm Mr. Chris. Wow, how can I do an exit after that? Hey, you know what? As you're rating and reviewing, also subscribe over at iTunes, Apple Podcast, Google Play Music. Grab it on your favorite podcast catcher. That way you can have the show right as it comes in. You don't have to do a thing. One little note. The whole rating and reviewing over at iTunes is actually a really big thing. And we've got some great reviews and, pretty much all 5 stars over there. We'd love for you guys to just go over there and write a review. That would be awesome. You could also go and rate and review us over at Facebook and at the Disney community page, also at, or not the Disney community page, but also at the Behind the Ears Podcast. Thanks, Dana. Behind the Ears Podcast Facebook page. That's also really awesome as well. We just appreciate all your support. I mean, it really means a lot to us. Share us with your friends, share us with your family, share us with complete strangers. But we really do appreciate it. We are here because of you, and we have been growing because of you. And we really can't express our appreciation enough. But until next time, we will talk to you soon, and we hope you have a magical day. Take care.